Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. All right. So now let's get to talking about last night. But before we do, hold on a second here. Okay, so it's a moron. I'm just going to ignore them. Okay, so last night, here's what happened. All right, let's talk about last night because basically what I was afraid was going to happen is exactly what happened. Okay, so as of yesterday, I have now updated my night stream schedule. What does that mean? It means that my late streams are no longer going to be running super late. Normally, my night streams were running around 7 p.m. Pacific time, and they were running till about 9:30, 10 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, the problem with that is my wife's work schedule recently has changed. She now is working much earlier mornings. In fact, tomorrow she's working even earlier because now they're starting with holiday hours and she has to be there even earlier in the morning. This results in her having to go to sleep very early compared to what we used to do for our regular schedule. So basically, our old schedule, my late streams worked. Now they don't anymore. All right. There's some nights where I'm just getting out of this office between 10:30, 11 p.m. and I go to see my wife. She's like, I got to go to sleep. Tired. I got to go to sleep. I got to work tomorrow. And so we go right to bed. And it's like, damn, I didn't get to spend any time with my wife tonight. This sucks ass, right? So what I want to do is change the schedule so that now I can spend more time with my wife every single night. All right? Kat deserves it. I deserve it. We deserve more family time. It sucks that the work has kind of taken over around here. All right? So what I decided to do was starting last night, my late streams are going to start much earlier by about 45 minutes. And then they're going to end much earlier by about an hour to 45 minutes, depending on the night, okay? So, here's what happened last night. I started my stream around, it was supposed to be 6:15, but I was waiting for an upload to finish, so admittedly, it didn't start till like 6:20, okay? So it was like 5 minutes late. The stream starts, and some people had paid attention and had showed up, despite the fact that I had mentioned this 2-3 days in a row. I made a special video clip about it, and I had put it all over my schedules that I posted. A lot of people didn't listen. All right? So I started playing Call of Duty last night early, and we had half the audience. Okay? So I played for about 45 minutes, and the first 45 minutes didn't go great because I was basically trying to do the daily challenges, and I was using the SMG. I would say the second half of the stream was great. I actually was convinced by the audience to start trying ranked. And I said, I don't even know what ranked is. Let's see what it is. And I started playing it. And I'm like, wow, this is actually good. Like, basically, ranked, here's the deal. Okay? Ranked allows you to play on smaller teams of 4v4. Okay? And because of this, the spawns are staggered enough that there's no spawn kills. So it makes it a lot more fun where you're not spawning and immediately getting shot up by assholes like happens in standard multiplayer sometimes. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, it's limited spawns. So it's actually interesting because every life counts and you can deplete your enemy team's spawns to the point where you win by default by killing them so much. So it's like more strategy. It is. It's like not only are you not constantly getting killed every moment you're playing, but also you can outplay your opponents and win by default, which I actually really like. So after playing this for an hour, I've determined I actually really like it and I want to do more of it. The only bummer is it seemed like it was only a few maps. And I was like, if only it wasn't the same 3 or 4 maps, I wish it was like way more, but maybe they could only make it work on a certain size of map. I'm not sure. But I was having a great time with it, okay? But there was a problem. By the end of the stream, which I was intending to finish gameplay by around 8:45, 9 p.m. Pacific time, like that was it. That was when I was going to end the stream. Basically, number one, we didn't have as many viewers as usual. And number two, we didn't hit the goal. Now, as you know, my goal of support is $150 per stream. We've hit this 80 straight streams in a row. And all of a sudden, the one night that I changed my schedule, we're not going to hit it. And we were down by a lot. We were down by like $100. All right. So I said to everyone, I'll stick around for 15 minutes and chat. And hopefully some of the people who might have been latecomers will come by. Well, it did work. A couple people did contribute, but we were still down like $80. And I'm like, all right, so the only thing I could do, because I'm telling everyone, I can't stick around super late. I promised I was getting out of here to spend more time with my wife, all right? So I said, all right, the one thing we can do then, all right, is to do the daily wrap, but do it live. I'm going to do it anyway. I have to do it. I do it every night, but this time we'll actually do it live, which I never do. I never broadcast it. And that'll give a few people a few extra minutes or whatever to show up. So I live broadcast the daily wrap. By the time I ended the daily wrap, it was like 9:25, and I was like, guys, we got to get out of here. So I tallied it up, and there were 2 more super chats. Now we were up to less than half left of the goal, and then boom, someone dropped a ginormous tip of like $70. And of course, it was this person who's been tipping with the word boner in the name of the tip. They've been doing it a lot recently. And obviously, they're jabbing fun. It's not a big deal. But yeah, they dropped this big tip. I think it was like heavy boner or something like that. No, meaty boner. That was what the name of the tip was. And we hit the goal. All right. So here's the thing. All right. Some people who are moronic trolls who've been around waiting in the wings for a long time to see the streak end were literally salivating. I'm not kidding you. They all came to the stream at the end. The stream attendance skyrocketed at the end because my trolls got word that the streak was going to end. Review Tech USA was rebroadcasting me on his channel, literally going like this, waiting for my streak to end, and all of his fucking sycophant followers were actually waiting for it to end. Okay? So it was like this big event that the streak might actually end, if you can believe it. To me, it's like, listen, I want it to continue. I love the momentum we have. I told you, this has allowed me and my family to dramatically improve our whole situation, our life situation, having more time to spend with each other, right? Being able to buy things like a new washer, dryer, fans and stuff for the house. And it's allowed me to improve my setup dramatically. I mean, some of the stuff I'm showing you that I bought with this increase of income that I have, right? So I obviously don't want the streak to end, right? And especially when every piece of shit is staring at the stream and they're like, haha, it's going to end. I'm like, but there's a difference between the streak legit ended because people didn't want to support, or the streak ended because I changed my night stream schedule and people weren't aware, and the people who usually come by to support weren't there for the end of the stream because it was early, and then it ends because of that. That's bullshit. You see? So basically I said, guys, I got to get out of here. And then the tip came. So the good news is the streak continues, but I am definitely now of the mind that probably the streak will end this week. I said it last week. I thought when we played Veilguard last week, it was going to end, and it continued. Now I'm telling you, I think now because I've changed my night stream times, I do think it's going to end this week. Unless everyone gets in line and understands that the streams are going to be a different time, it's going to be very frustrating. And, you know, I got frustrated last night. I was like, I think it's unfair that this level of support has continued very regularly for now for 2 months, and then it's going to end because I decided to change my schedule to spend more time with my wife. That's bullshit. It would be one thing, okay, the streak is ending because people don't like the content anymore. People have decided they can't support anymore, whatever. That would make sense. But now, oh, it ends because the schedule changed, right? That's what was killing me last night. All right? So, and by the way, again, every idiotic detractor going like this, fuming at the mouth, ha ha ha. Now, listen, of course, because the streak continued last night, all of a sudden, they all have to seethe and cope and say, oh, well, the tip wasn't real. Yes, it was. Every single contribution is real. I've literally never made up a single contribution on a stream ever. In my 16-year history as a creator, in my 8 years now as a live streamer, I've never made up a contribution. Not once. I don't have a reason to. If that were the case, this streak would now be at around 140 because I never would have said the streak ended. I would have claimed that it continued this entire time and it never would have ended and restarted multiple times. You understand? And listen, if the streak ends, it's not the end of the world either. Okay? It's not. But that's the thing. To the detractors, it is. To them, they actually feel like if this streak ends today at 81 and we don't hit the goal on this stream, that's it for Phil. That's the end. But also, you got to understand, to them, the documentary was going to be the end. Also, you got to understand, when Keemstar came on my show, that was going to be the end. The interview with Stuttering Craig was going to be the end. When Phil does a political show, that's the end for him. Everyone's going to abandon him in droves, and he'll never have viewership ever again once he talks politics. Oh, wait, he's on Kino Casino? Those guys are going to turn on him, and that's the end. Do you get it? Do you get it now? To them, literally every single thing that happens in my life is the end. because to them, it's a cycle of drama that creates content. For me, it's just normal days, normal life, fun stuff going on. There's no drama to be had. It's fine. If the streak ended last night, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but obviously I did not want it to end. I want this positivity to continue. And what happened was, by me sticking around about an extra 25 minutes, we continued the streak. Now, I'm not doing this every night. I'm making this abundantly clear. This is not happening every single night. This is a one-time thing, basically. Now, people have to know that the late streams are earlier. They're going to start around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. They're going to end around roughly 8:45 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. That gives me about an hour to finish up my work and then go downstairs by 10 and have time to be with my wife. Now, to make this abundantly clear as well, last night, I stayed late to hit the goal. I then set up my battery backups, UPS units that showed up that I had ordered off Amazon. They showed up during the day. I set all those up. I have one over here backing up my gaming PC, my PS5 Pro, my TV, and all those peripherals over there. And then on this side, I have another one backing up my streaming and gaming PC, my multiple monitors, my printer, speakers, and stuff like that. And they're running and they're beautiful. All right. So I had time to do all of that and to do all my uploads. And I went downstairs at 10 p.m. and I still had about 45 plus extra minutes to spend with my wife, which is what the goal was. And Kat was very happy about that. She was like, "Oh, you're actually down here like we planned." I was like, "Yep, I'm down here at the right time. We spent some time together. And I'm happy that we could do this now rather than having to rush to bed." So it all worked out very, very well. Okay, very well. So for everyone who is essentially freaking out, just stop. I seriously, cut the shit with the drama, because it's not just the trolls. There's people who are like, fans, "Oh, I can't believe this happened." Nothing happened. What you're saying is just silly and dumb. Nothing, nothing bad happened. People didn't get the message that the stream was going to be earlier, okay? And the streak was going to end because they didn't know. I stayed around an extra 30 minutes, and we hit it. And now hopefully people will get the message. I mean, enough idiots have now talked about this in the last 12 plus hours that hopefully people got the message. Hey, the streams are earlier now. Please come by and support when you can, because if you don't, the streak may end, and it's for a dumb reason, right? Not because, again, listen, like I said, if you're going to fail in life, fail as a result of your efforts not being enough or your content not being good enough, correct? So if people don't like my content, then it fails, all right? If people don't like me because I did something wrong, then it fails. Not, oh, I failed because my time of my stream changed and people weren't aware. That's nonsense. That's nonsensical shit. And just to prove a point, I've got tips, I've got super chats coming in, we've got support this morning. It's not that suddenly people don't like me and my content. It was a time change was the reason why the things were in jeopardy. I just find it hilarious that what happened, because here's what happened. As this was going on, basically, all of a sudden, people started showing their true colors in chat. These accounts that barely talk, all of a sudden, all started talking shit. "Oh, it's a fake tip. Oh, fuck Phil. He's supposed to spend time with his wife." And I did. Here's how the detractors spin it. So Phil's a failure. His streak ended. It's all fake. He didn't spend time with his wife. He betrayed his family. He betrayed everyone for a tip that's not even real. Here's reality. I got to spend extra time with my wife. I even got to add new things to my setup with these UPS power supplies. I put out a great Call of Duty stream. I continued my streak, and all of my detractors are coping, seething, crying losers who can't handle my success. And every single stream that I hit my goal, it hurts them a little more, and it takes away a little more of their little dark, twisted, corrupted, sickened souls. And so I will continue to crush this fucking streak every single day, regardless of people knowing if my times have changed or not, because every single time that you make an awful person seethe, cope, and cry is a win. There's too little time in life to sit around wishing harm on others, trying to hurt others, being jealous of others, okay? I know that now. When I was younger, I didn't understand that. And I was kind of similar to how my trolls and detractors are today. But I grew up, and I became mature. And now I understand it's about positivity, fun, good content, and having a great positive future. I'm not here to be toxic. I'm not here to do nasty things. At one point in the past, yeah, probably that was what I was about. But not anymore. I've changed. These people are some of the sickest, most toxic, disgusting people on the planet. That's why they wish harm of me. That's why they want all these bad things upon me and want all this success that I'm having to go away. It's not going to go away. Every single fucking day that they act like this, I am going to redouble my efforts to make content that people want and will support. Do you understand me? They're never going to win. Even if the streak ends, the streak will come back. Even if we have a few slow days, there's going to be days of positivity and support and fun. It's never going to end. I'm always going to be here until the day that I choose not to stream. The day that I hang it up and say, I'm done, I'm retired, I'm moving on with my life, will be my choice, not theirs. They have absolutely no power, no control, and no effect on my fucking life, period. And it will have to deal with that every single day. Because every day I'm here, they suffer and I win and we have a great time together. And that's what it's all about. Fuck detractors and toxic people. They're no life losers. And this planet would be better if they all didn't exist. Done. Okay. For the record, streaks will come and go. Good memories last forever. People make too much over dumb stuff. Have a good stream. You're absolutely right. Like I said, if the streak had ended last night, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I just didn't want to see it end and see all these people have a field day victory lap over it ending because I changed my schedule. People enjoyed the Call of Duty stream. They actually really liked it. That last hour of ranked gameplay was actually quite good, and I was dominating the leaderboards in the ranked gameplay, and people thought, oh, Phil's going to play ranked, he's going to fail, he's going to suck. It was the opposite. I was actually doing really well. All right, so I'm excited to play more later in the week. But it's, again, it's just funny to see these people show their true colors, these basically sock accounts for the same 10 trolls who sit in chat talking shit because the streak continued. They can't take it. They're still talking right now. I'm getting banned in chat. They're coming up, you fucker, you didn't spend time with your wife. Yes, I did. I had lots of extra time with Kat last night. We had a great time. We were relaxing. We were watching a TV show. We spent time with Jasper, who was acting hyper. It was great. Instead of having to go right to sleep, we actually had some extra time, and it was great, and we're going to continue to do that every night. We're going to win, and you're going to be the loser at home crying alone for the rest of your fucking life because you're obsessed with me. Deal with it. It's not changing. You will be the loser. I will be the winner because I'm a positive individual making great content, and you're just sitting around crying about this every night. You're fucking pathetic. So please, by all means, keep exposing yourselves in the chat. You're just embarrassing yourself. Okay. Let's see here. I've got lots more contributions. We got... One didn't even load. Oh, just another troll. But sadly, these trolls, I should know every time the dollar tip comes in, it's a troll. I'm not even kidding. At this point, every single dollar tip I receive is a troll. I don't think I've had a legit dollar tip. The only ones that are legit, there's that guy who has disgusting names, but like, he's not a jerk. He just uses disgusting names to get attention for himself. But literally every tip of a dollar is a troll now, and I recognize every single one, so I just ignore them. Okay.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.